one of the main reasons that you see such little innovation and innovation at scale in a lot of markets is just the huge number of market failures that exist in housing in particular. So from the fact that often, especially in the markets I work in, the purchasing power of our customers is quite low. And so innovations need to actually meet that price point. They need to be much, much cheaper than concrete. So we are about 80% cheaper than concrete. And even then, our take-up rate is not at 100% at all. So given that, just having to find the funds to innovate for a market that doesn't have a lot of purchasing power is one. Obviously, financing is another thing. Here, people pay for their houses with cash, which is not something that anybody in a developed market will do. Mortgages exist, financing options exist. The Mason network, there's not really an organized system in a lot of places. And then supply chains. I mean, housing is bulky. It's a big product. Roads are bad. There's in rainy season, it's very difficult for us to get stuff around. And so we have had to figure out how to really hyper locally source materials. So when I say hyper locally, I mean within meters of someone's house, learn how to treat local earth, and remove the sand and the clay and basically put it back together in order to build our floors, our earthen floors. So I think because of all those market failures that just make it quite unprofitable at first to really get started until you really build an industry and solve some of these, the role of patient capital is just critical, because thinking about investing a whole lot of equity into something or a lot of to get a huge loan to be trying to build a brand new industry, quite complicated. But one of the things that's really enabled us to try a lot of things, to test 6 different business models, which we have had to go through before we were actually able to land on something that was genuinely profitable, required that impact investment, basically, to enable us to take risks, to try bold things, and to fail. And because of that flexibility of the kind of capital that we had, I think that's one of the reasons that we've been able to move so fast.